Hello again, and thanks very much for joining us on Business Now. I'm Michael Nath. President Muhammadu Buhari has forwarded the names of Aishah Ahmed and Edward Adamu to the Senate for confirmation as Deputy Governors of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. President Buhari's request is contained in a letter read on the floor of the Senate during Tuesday's plenary by Senate President Ahmed Lawan. The President is also asking the upper chamber to confirm the appointment of Ambassador Ayuba Jacob as a member of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Aishah was first appointed as the CBN Deputy Governor in 2018. Before her CBN Deputy Governorship role, she was the Executive Director of Retail Banking at Diamond Bank PLC and has 22 years of experience as a corporate executive and finance expert. On the other hand, Adamu is a graduate of the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, Kaduna State, where he bagged a BSc degree in quantity surveying. He is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors and the Institute of Credit Administration. The nominee was first appointed for the CBN Deputy Governorship role in 2018, but began his career with the Unified Public Service, UPS, in 1983. He has spent 25 years in the Apex Bank. Now to the currency market. The reality on ground regarding Nigeria's local currency points to the possibility of Naira devaluation, and analysts have pointed this out. To buttress this, the CEO, APT Securities, Kasimu Garba Kofi, noted that this will be possible considering the recent developments. Speaking on IBrandTV's Business Breakfast on Tuesday, he noted that Naira over the years has weakened heavily, and this might necessitate the move.
Dollar exchange, we can say whatever goes up doesn't come down. And it has been the tradition, because if you go back to 1980, when we exchanged a dollar in less than 1 naira, today, officially we are exchanging dollar by over 440 for a dollar. So even if you assume that in 1980, a dollar is 1 naira, today is 440, you will say that in our last 42 years, the naira devalue in a simple arithmetic of 10% per annum. Because if you take 10 times 42, you will get 420. So now we are talking 445. We are losing a minimum of 10% on our currency, on official rate. But you know, on the other side, the naira devalue even worse than that, or even 2 times of what the official rate is all about. And this is all about the naira, but it is no doubt that it will continue to devalue because we don't have enough, and our demand for the foreign goods are very, very high.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has signed 5 memoranda of understanding with the national oil companies and relevant entities of 5 African countries on the Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline project. The 5 national oil companies and relevant entities were from Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, and Sierra Leone. The signing ceremony, according to a statement from NNPCL, was held in Morocco. Speaking at the event, Kyria commended NNPC's partners, ONHYM, who had worked with the NNPC Limited all through the years to bring the Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline project to limelight. Kyria said it was comforting to witness the steady growth of the project, especially with the inclusion of NNPC's counterparts and key institutions from other African countries through the execution of the relevant memoranda of understanding. Minister of State of Petroleum Resources, Chief Timipre SYLVA, said Nigeria will continue to work very hard to ensure that it meets the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Country OPEC's crude oil production quota of 1.8 million barrels per day by the end of May 2023. The minister spoke a day after OPEC agreed to maintain its production cut among member countries to maintain market stability. Consequently, SYLVA said the federal government will continue to improve security along the tracks of the major crude oil pipelines and block every leakage through which crude oil is stolen by oil thieves and pipeline vandals. He said the inability of Nigeria to meet the OPEC quota is not due to lack of production capacity on the part of crude oil producers. Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, on Monday decried payment for its services to the 11 electricity distribution company DISCOs. The payment rate has been reduced from 55% to 30%. In the electricity market, the DISCOs make their payments for energy allocated to them to the market operator of this TCN. Under the minimum remittance order framework, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission determines the minimum market remittance from each DISCO after deducting tariff shortfall coming from the Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading Company and MO market invoice. Food and Agriculture Organization of Nations has estimated that 25.3 million Nigerians are in danger of experiencing food crisis between June and August 2023 unless urgent steps are taken to scale up and sustain livelihood and food assistance. FAO said this was contained in its October 2022 Food and Nutrition Analysis. The analysis reportedly indicates that about 17 million people, including internally displaced persons, IDPs, and returnees in 25 states in the Federal Capital Territory, were in crisis or worse level through October 2022. Nigeria's total merchandise trade fell by 1.24 trillion naira from 12.84 trillion naira in the second quarter of 2022 to 11.59 trillion naira in the third quarter of 2022. This is according to the Foreign Trade in Goods Statistics third quarter of 2022 report released by the National Bureau of Statistics. The fall in foreign trade was influenced by the decline in crude oil exports, which fell from 5.91 trillion naira in second quarter of 2022 to 4.66 trillion naira in third quarter of 2022. According to statistics body, the top 5 export destinations in the period were Spain, India, France, the Netherlands, and Indonesia. The top 5 countries for imports were China, the Netherlands, India, Belgium, and the United States of America. The NBS disclosed that the majority of the commodities were exported by sea, with maritime accounting for 5.87 trillion naira, or 98.88% of total exports. Now, the Nigerian government, in a bid to boost trade with Southeast Asia and maximize the African Continental Free Trade Area agreement, has announced plans to make $336 billion exporter Vietnam use Nigeria as a gateway into the African market. This was disclosed by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo in a statement on Monday, following his ongoing state visit to one of Asia's largest exporters. Now, the Nigerian government also stated it will support Vietnam's quest for established relationships with ECOWAS, and it's prepared to sign specifically trade and industry agreements. Vice President Osinbajo stated that there are vast opportunities for cooperation and collaboration between Nigeria and Vietnam, especially in the digital economy space. Still to come, Australia's central bank raises key interest rate to 3.1%. Details of this and more after this commercial break. Stay with us.